Iraq remains defiant. President Bush gets ready for a possible showdown with Saddam. Mr. Bush is shouted down by angry families of American MIAs.
Would you please shut up and sit down?
And Eye on America. High-tech companies claiming commercial rights to your body cells.
You could go to the absurd, maybe. Could you patent sperm?
This is the CBS Evening News. Good evening. I'm Paula Zahn, sitting in tonight for Dan Rather. A possible break tonight in the standoff between Saddam Hussein and UN weapons inspectors. Iraq's ambassador to the UN says his government is studying a proposed compromise, and he expects what he calls a positive reply by tomorrow. The ambassador's statement comes as the United States and his allies are turning up the heat on Saddam. Jim Stewart at the Pentagon has our report.
In an abrupt change of plans while campaigning in Ohio, President Bush canceled his weekend in Kennebunkport and scheduled instead a meeting at Camp David with top military advisors about the looming showdown with Iraq. We just want to make sure we have every opportunity available to the United States on the table and discuss, said the president. Mr. Bush is coordinating with Great Britain and France on when to issue an ultimatum to Saddam Hussein that would expire within a matter of days. A compromise is hoped for, but the Pentagon made it clear today it is ready for the alternative.
I can assure you, however, that if it does go to a situation requiring military action, we're prepared for that, and it will be on our rules, not his.
In Baghdad, meanwhile, more ominous signs as the UN inspection team that was denied entry to a government building suspected of holding weapons materials suddenly pulled out of the city. Protests have escalated in the streets, and Saddam Hussein is meeting with his own top advisors.
The time factor is very important, and we hope to reach mutual understanding. The sooner the better.
U.S. air and naval forces would form the bulk of an attack force now forming near Iraq. An estimated 100 U.S. aircraft, ranging from stealth F-117s to F-15 fighters and air tankers, are in the Persian Gulf region, supported by another 75 planes on the nearby aircraft carrier Independence. In addition, about 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles are aboard warships now steaming within range of Baghdad. The moves are meeting with approval in Congress.
I hope it's employed in such a way it can bring once and for all a conclusion to this issue, and that we not have that lingering doubt that has followed the first military operation many months ago.
One of the biggest disappointments of the Persian Gulf War was Saddam Hussein's survival. And while planners here don't count on getting lucky this time either, they do hope to weaken his hold on power enough that a coup becomes possible in Baghdad. Jim Stewart, CBS News, the Pentagon.
There is more evidence of just how unusual this election year is. President Bush addressed what is usually considered a friendly audience and wound up getting heckled. More about that from Susan Spencer.
Mr. Bush's speech to MIA families was planned to showcase his concern. Instead, a hostile crowd accused him of betraying the cause and shouted him down.
We came up against a string of official statements.
Tell us the truth! Tell us the truth!
The president appeared at a loss. About 24 people kept on heckling, insisting that the White House hasn't paid enough attention and that just released Pentagon files on missing Americans are incomplete. Exasperated, Mr. Bush appealed to them as a proud Navy flyer.
And I will put my record up against anybody here. And would you please be quiet and let me finish? Would you please shut up and sit down? And I would say this, to suggest that a commander-in-chief that led this country into its most successful recent effort would condone for one single day the personal knowledge of a person held